by the way, it could be 3-1 Toronto come Friday night. Yeah, they're going to probably get Klay Thompson back. There's an outside chance they get Kevin Durant back. But both those guys, one, Kevin Durant's going to be rusty. And it's a calf injury, which is easily aggravated. And Klay Thompson, they said he could have played last night. It was Game 7. But could he play to the level he needs to be Klay Thompson? Because this is a good Toronto team. This is a physical Toronto team. I'm not quite so sure, even if those guys come back, unless you're going to tell me and guarantee me they're 100% or close to it, I'm not sure that's good enough. Anyway, great basketball. We've got a great finals. I hope it goes 6. I hope it goes 7. I know I picked the Warriors in 6, but I'd love to see Toronto win it, get some new blood in there. Draymond was bitching and moaning after the game last night. He was complaining. Everybody wants to see us lose. Not everybody does, Draymond. But people do tired of champions. It happens in every sport. Everybody loved the Patriots when they won a couple of Super Bowls. Then they won 5, and nobody wants to see them win again. Everybody loves a good underdog story till you're not the underdog anymore. You've won 4 championships. Now you've won 3 championships. You're going for your 4th championship in 5 years. People are happy for you, but they'd rather see Toronto win it outside the Bay Area. You still got millions of fans. But, yeah, the average sports fan gets tired of dynasties. They want to see some new blood in there. We'll see what happens. Don't get so upset about it. The other subplot to last night's game, which was interesting, was Kyle Lowry diving into the crowd last night and going after a loose ball. And he comes out of the crowd. He fell into the first row of people, the people that pay thousands of dollars to sit right there courtside. And he gets up, and then he's gesturing like somebody shoved him. And to be very fair, ABC did a terrible job last night chronicling it. I didn't really see it in real time. Now, after the game, we got it. This morning, it's been all over the place. I hate to belittle something here. I really do. The guy was an idiot who did it. There was most definitively a shove. He got shoved. I'm watching it on ESPN right now. He dove in. He fell on top of a guy and a gal, and one of the guys, like 2 places down, shoved him in the arm. He was already in the crowd. He didn't shove him into the crowd. I don't even know if I would call it a shove. It was a push in the arm. It was an older man. We've come to find out he's one of the investors in the Golden State Warriors. His name's Mark Stevens. He's apparently worth like $2.3 billion. He's one of the investors. He's not a main owner, but he's got some stake in the Warriors. It was a boneheaded move. It was a stupid thing to do. He's apparently been banned for the rest of the postseason. Kyle Lowry was saying they hope they ban him forever. That's probably not going to happen. He's an older man. I'm going to guess Mark Stevens is in his late 50s or early 60s. I have no earthly idea why he decided to push Kyle Lowry on the arm and act like some sort of a fake tough guy. Then he said something to him, too. I don't know what it is. I'm watching this woman who's like Warriors security, it looks like, who's then saying something to Kyle Lowry after he... I've got to be very honest here. We're making a lot to do about now. If this guy shoved him and dropped some sort of a racial epithet, as we've seen happen at some NBA games this year, or infer something, that's one thing. You can't put your hands. I understand that. He had no business doing it. But I think we're making a lot to do about nothing here, about this old man who put his arm and kind of pushed into Kyle Lowry for some reason. I don't know what he was thinking. Fake tough guy, whatever it was, but he's apparently been banned for the rest of the postseason, and that's fine. The point is, when you're a fan, you can't do that. Players come into the crowd, you can't go touching players. Now, if they fall on top of you, there's nothing you can do about it, but at the end of the day here, this is a lot to do about nothing. The fact they're going to kick this guy out for a couple of games, he's not going to be able to sit in his uber-expensive courtside seats for the rest of the playoffs, that's a good punishment. He's a really, really old rich guy who was stupid. Message sent, kick him out. have a stern talk with him. Maybe you move his seats. Maybe his punishment is he can't sit courtside anymore. He's worth $2.3 billion. Maybe you make him buy a suite and he has to sit up in a suite. This was not the same type of fan behavior we saw downtown earlier this year at Vivint Smart Home Arena, or the same type we saw in Boston earlier. I don't think. Now, if it comes out the old man said something, that's a different story. But if this old man's greatest crime is he lost his head for 3 seconds and thought he could bow up and get tough with Kyle Lowry, well, he's just dumb and ban him from those games.